Nova Scotia's largest university is facing some labor troubles. CUPE Local 3912, which represents over 3,000 part-time instructors, teaching assistants, markers, and demonstrators at Dalhousie University, say its members will go on strike beginning Wednesday morning. And we're finding out more this morning about all this labor dispute from Gabor Lukac. He's the communications officer for CUPE Local 3912, joining us live from Halifax. Hey, Gabor, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's start with this. We talk about teaching assistants and part-time instructors, and of course they are such an integral part of any university campus and university life. So tell us, sort of the impact this will have on students if there is in fact a strike. What sort of impact will students feel in all of this, Gabor?
Well, the student will feel some significant disruption, unfortunately, because our members are teaching courses. So part-time academics teach courses like full-time professors, but we are hired on a course-by-course basis and for a fraction of the professor's salary and without any benefits. Our teaching assistant, markers, and demonstrators members hold tutorials, mark assignments, and run labs that are essential for students' learning experience. So yes, unfortunately, lectures taught by part-time academics will not be delivered. Tutorials and labs held by teaching assistants and demonstrators will be canceled. Assignments and exams will not be marked by the markers. Students should know, though, that a strike is our last resort. Our members love to teach, but also have to eat and pay their bills.
Right. So let's get into that. What is the main issue here for your members? Why aren't your members happy with their current contract? What's going on here?
The main issue is wages. We have not received a raise for more than 3 years now, despite soaring inflation. Our members were already badly underpaid 3 years ago compared to their peers at other comparable Canadian research universities, also known as the U15. With inflation on top of that, our member situation has become untenable.
And can you get into that a little bit more? I mean, I'm sure we're all dealing with inflation, right, Gabor? That's something we can all relate to right now. But I understand it's sort of the conditions. I saw that in some of the material I read before this interview. Members are not really happy with sort of where they are with conditions of their contract. So can you explain that a little bit more for us in detail too?
Working conditions are also an issue when teaching assistants, markers, and demonstrators are signing a contract for a given number of hours, and then they are asked in practice to work more hours for free. That's unacceptable. However, the main issue remains wages. We are badly underpaid. We are paid substantially less by thousands of dollars per course than what our peers would be taught at other similar universities across Canada. The same statement holds even more true for teaching assistants and demonstrators. Our demonstrators and markers, more precisely, are even often being paid less than minimum living wages in Halifax. So their situation is dire, and that is why we are seems that we have no other choice but to go on strike.
And if that strike goes forward, this could be as early as Wednesday morning. What were you and your members looking for specifically in your contract, and what offer did Dalhousie come back with? Obviously, you were not satisfied with that offer, but give us the specifics here of what that looked like.
We are seeking pay raises that puts us into a situation that is comparable financially to our peers at other Canadian research universities and compensates for inflation. We would also like to see the wages of markers and demonstrators equated to those of teaching assistants. These two designations are essentially doing the same work, but markers and demonstrators are getting paid far less than teaching assistants. We would like to make sure that our members actually get paid for every hour they work, and they are not compelled to work for free. What Dell is offering us represents a 5 to 12% cut in the buying power of our wages by August 2024.
Are there any planned talks for today or tomorrow? I know as of Friday, from what I read online, Gabor, I did not see that. Anything that changed over the weekends in terms of talks between your employer and the union, either today or tomorrow, before this potential strike on Wednesday?
Talks are still scheduled for today and tomorrow. And Of course, we always attempt to resolve these matters by negotiations. However, unfortunately, the last message from the university's bargaining team on the 29th of September was that unless we go on strike, we are not going to get an increase that we are seeking.
And I know this is a fluid situation, and of course the last thing I know your members want and you want and students want is a strike, but it is looking like it is going in that direction. Where can we find out the latest on this ongoing situation ahead of Wednesday when the strike could begin?
We are going to post regular updates on our social media channels, in our Instagram, in our Twitter and Facebook, as well as on our website, which is CUPE3912.ca.
Okay, CUPE3912.ca. Gabor, I know you're quite busy with all of this right now. Thank you for taking some time to give us the latest on this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.